নমস্কার, চলে এলাম আরেকটা ওয়ান্ডারফুল এপিসোড নিয়ে আনস্ক্রিপ্টেড উইথ সুশোভন। আমার আজকের ভেরি ভেরি স্পেশাল গেস্ট, বিউটিফুল entrepreneur Rashi Ray. She is also the director of Response India, our founder of a company called Zero Budget Agency. তো আমরা আজকে অনেক আড্ডা মারবো with Rashi.
Thank you so much for having me.
Most welcome. প্রথমে যেটা জানতে চাইবো তোমার কাছে, like Response India. Response India সম্বন্ধে if you can say something.
Okay. Response is a 41-year-old communications agency. We have, we've always headquartered in Calcutta. We worked with এখানকার বেশিরভাগ বড় ব্র্যান্ডস বিজনেসেস সবাই কোনো টাইম ক্লায়েন্ট হয়েছে।
Okay.
A lot of the work that we do is advertising, branding, we make films. আমরা অনেক ডিজাইনের কাজ করি, মানে we make logos, পুরো আইডেন্টিটি সিস্টেম, প্যাকেজিং, মানে বেসিক্যালি যাই
মানে ক্রিয়েটিভ পার্টটা মোটামুটি পুরোটাই,
স্ট্র্যাটেজি এন্ড ক্রিয়েটিভ পুরোটাই,
স্ট্র্যাটেজি এন্ড ক্রিয়েটিভ পুরোটাই,
মানে যেটা বলে মার্কেটিং কমিউনিকেশনস,
right? That's the, I think that's the correct word.
yeah.
Next is like আমি জানতে চাইবো কি your journey, like for example Response India is founded by you নাকি there is a journey behind the thing? And
No, as I said, Response is 41 years old. I'm not yet.
okay.
I haven't yet reached
Okay.
there. It's a business that my father founded.
Okay.
I have started running it, I think, last maybe 10 years.
Okay. And about Zero Budget Agency, so what is that company all about, which you have founded?
Zero is a company I started right after college.
Oh, okay.
While college was still on, actually.
Okay.
It's a design company where we did, more my personal clients, where কি বলবো, আইডেন্টিটি সিস্টেম, মানে লোগো কিরকম ভাবে ইউজ হবে, একটা ব্র্যান্ড, হাউ ক্যান ইউ নেম দ্য ব্র্যান্ড, হোয়াট ক্যান বি দ্য স্টোরি অফ দ্য ব্র্যান্ড, হাউ শুড পিপল এক্সপিরিয়েন্স দ্য ব্র্যান্ড, তারপর কন্টেন্ট। যখন শুরু করেছিলাম তখন ইন্টারনেট এত বড় ছিল না, সো উই হ্যাড কল্ড ইট জিরো বাজেট এজেন্সি, বিকজ তখন ডিজিটাল অ্যাডভার্টাইজিং এর কোনো মিডিয়া স্পেন্ড হতো না।
Oh,
it was free.
That's how the name is coined.
Yeah.
Zero
So
budget.
the idea was to use stronger ideas, better design, and let it run on its own without any media spend. That's why it was called Zero Budget.
Zero budget agency.
So obviously media is not very expensive, but our skill in being able to use good ideas is still very valid.
Very valid.
So because at Response we take larger clients, corporates, bigger businesses, more personal boutique clients, we take in Zero. That is how we function.
That is how you function. Great. এই যে ক্রিয়েটিভিটি নিয়ে এতগুলো কাজ, মার্কেটিং, কমিউনিকেশন, বিকজ দ্য এন্টায়ার থিং ইজ ক্রিয়েটিভ। তো এই ক্রিয়েটিভিটির মানে ব্যাপারটা কখন ইউ স্টার্টেড টু ফিল যে when you are into college, you told you have started that. তো কখন you felt like যে আমাকে creative, I want to do something in creative, and that is how it started.
College for me was different
Okay.
than for most people, fortunately.
Okay.
And I had some privileges you're lucky to have. So I went to a design school.
Okay.
The college I went to is called LaSalle College of the Arts.
Okay.
It's a specialized school in design and creativity.
Oh, great.
So I did my foundation there, and then
Then it all started. Great. Like এই যে advertisement. So advertisement is, I think, is one of the strongest tool of marketing or marketing communication, right? So, and I'm sure you deal with quite a lot of advertising agencies, and মানে এই পার্টে you deal a lot with all these people. So what is your feel about যে আজকের ডেটে যে ভাবে ব্র্যান্ড ইভলভ করছে in terms of advertisements, আর মেবি 5 years back একটা ব্র্যান্ড যেভাবে অ্যাডভার্টাইজমেন্ট ডিজাইন করতো বা যেভাবে ভাবতো অ্যাবাউট দ্য অ্যাডভার্টাইজমেন্ট, মানে what are the major change you find and সেগুলো কতটা effective?
I'll go back even longer than 5 years.
Okay.
Because as I said, it is a family business. So it's a trade that I have seen growing up.
Correct.
And it evolves. It's a very fast evolving trade because every year there's major
changes happening
in our industry. When I was very young, it used to be a very full of passionate people, very skilled, talented people who took pride in being in advertising. Very educated, top quality people formed agencies. There used to be a bunch of intelligent people who would help you solve business problems. That still remains.
Okay.
But the method has changed over the years. And I think it's also, if you see, our parents were much more hardworking than we are. And we'll always find that the generation after us is, I feel that they're not
absolutely.
where we are.
I agree with you.
So then things used to be done with a lot of care. One line we used to think of for 6 months, a year. An ad used to be made for a year. That ad used to run for 3 years or 4 years. Okay, so you have to be that sure that this ad will work and it will work and will be timeless. So communication যখন সেই সময় প্ল্যানিং করা হতো এটা টাইমলেস হতে হবে. It has to last generations. Even before COVID, things were faster. People expected a campaign to run maybe a year. So there was still a little bit of long-term planning. Now it is age of content.
Very short.
Rose dot. So it has changed.
Okay. আরেকটা জিনিস I have noticed কি আগে as you told না 10 বছর আগে যখন একটা ব্র্যান্ডের অ্যাড আসতো minimum I think 50 seconds 60 seconds বা 1 মিনিটের কাছেও আমি I have seen মানে এরকম অ্যাড আসতো এখন এখন with OTT and all coming in I can see 10 seconds মানে একই ব্র্যান্ড but they have integrated a lot in 10 seconds of ad or just 5 seconds of একটা এসে চলে গেল. So is it a part of the strategy or is it মানে এটা কেন ব্র্যান্ডরা করে মানে to be more visible নাকি what is the thing?
What you're talking about is 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds is mostly digital. Because YouTube sells pieces which are 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Television also, but 3-second television has nothing to register.
OTT I have seen, right? Television wise, mostly.
So it lot depends on the budget.
Okay.
If you run a longer ad, it will cost more because you're buying more time, airtime. So you try and buy more time but run more repetition. So you divide you reduce the size of or length of the ad.
Okay.
Size also, because earlier you could run, say you took a full screen ad, it would have a certain cost. Now you can take a scroller or a little banner.
Or a banner.
Yeah. It costs much. So it's a combination of the budget and what you do.
That's how it functions actually.
One is budget, two is you create the ad and if the ad is very good then fight for the budget.
Other way around. Okay.
There's no preset
বুঝতে পেরেছি মানে as it goes. এবার অ্যাডভার্টাইজিংটা তো বুঝলাম তো এবার another important part is branding I think মানে যখন একটা মার্কেটিং কমিউনিকেশন involves branding as well আর branding I think আজকের ডেটে is one of the strongest weapon for a brand একটা brand building for a business maybe yes for a business you are correct. So brand building is I think most important part, right? So এই brand building টা নিয়ে what is your thought and how come Response India or Zero Budget Agency they support a brand in terms of brand building?
There are two parts to it. How we do it, I'll tell you later. Why it's important, let us
correct. Two questions.
Tackle first.
Yes.
Why is it important? Because branding is, although a very long journey, it is the shortcut to trust. Because when you're seeing two products, one is branded, one is not branded, you will tend to trust that the one that is branded is better.
Correct.
That's one. Two is, once you have begun to trust it and you become a believer, you will also fight for that brand. So you will also go tell other people or you will become loyal. Third very important thing is that products which are not branded are always competing on what? Price, features, say color, or something very simple. Does it come in a paper bag or a plastic bag? Basic features, or
Basic features.
How much discount are they getting?
Correct. How much discount they get? Right.
But when you're compare that with the brand, you're discussing meaning. And what does this brand stand for?
Stands for. Correct.
That creates a big difference in the customer's mind when they're looking at the same product. Most important thing that I believe is that the stronger the brand is, the easier it becomes to run in the long run, because it adds to your marketing's compounding value. When I say the cost of performance marketing, when products is unknown, is more. As you begin to recognize the product, it becomes more and more efficient to run the marketing. So the cost keeps reducing.
Right.
So it has a compounding effect on the marketing expense. If you don't brand, your marketing cost will keep increasing because there will be more competition. There will be more.
And I think there will be no ways to tackle the competition.
Yeah.
If you don't do proper branding.
Yeah.
Correct.
And the most important reason to me why I believe in branding is it also tells the customer that this is not for you.
Okay. Means so identifying right product for the right customers.
It allows you to identify the brand, to identify this is my loyal base, and the loyal base to identify this brand is for me. Which makes communication a lot better, because you know who you're speaking to. The person spoken to knows that this brand is speaking to me.
Correct. And how is Response India or
the second part of your question? We help. It depends on the state of the business.
Okay.
If the business is very young, products are just beginning, we help define who the customer can be, what the brand vision should be, how to give life to the brand. I'm saying it in vague words, but obviously we have a method of writing it out and strategically developing it.
Okay.
Then one part is the thinking, which has different versions for you also, the person who comes to us, to understand this is what my brand stands for. Because he has to then, over time, all his stakeholders, which are his employees, his partners, his customers, they have to begin to have the same belief. So the theoretical part is something that we develop together.
Okay.
And the other part, which is form, which is how does that look?
Right.
Why is Coca-Cola red?
Oh, right.
Or why do I see certain brands to be yellow? Okay, so creating that color, that look, that logo, the packaging, the website, then how does the ad look? How do you repeatedly look the same way over time so that people recognize it as a brand? That journey is something we do.
Okay.
For our clients.
Okay, that's great and interesting also. A color code niye, just I have one question. Just wanted to know, do you have different set of colors to define different strengths of the brand? Red signifies this, blue signifies
color
this.
theory is a huge subject.
Okay.
Very simply, certain colors stimulate certain feelings.
Okay.
They evoke certain emotions in everyone. Some of it is, through studies, some of it is known. Like brown is not a very liked color. Okay, so on a shelf, people don't tend to pick brown.
Okay.
Yellow and black is always a very strong combination.
Okay.
That's why you see a lot of traffic signs are yellow and black, because your eye will notice it. Green, we all understand, is sustainable, nature oriented. So a lot of it comes from where you're actually seeing the colors also.
Okay. Got it.
There's a lot to it. If you really get into it, even astrology plays a role. Even psychology, of course, plays a role. So,
who is your biggest inspiration in life?
That is a very, very difficult question. I think I get inspired by a lot of things and a lot of people.
Okay.
Sometimes it's a sentence that I read somewhere. Sometimes it's an ad. Sometimes it's people I work with. Because in our fortunately in our industry we are meeting new people every day.
Correct.
There's always something interesting to
Happening.
learn from
Yes.
everyone.
Yes. Okay.
Of course, you're my parents. Both.
Okay. Great. Are like a part of we all know that you are a founder, director, entrepreneur. Other than this, anything else that Rashi likes the most, but maybe it's for time crunch or something she is unable to manage.
I love swimming.
Okay.
I love water.
Okay.
Given a chance, I'll go to the seaside.
Oh, great.
Whenever time permits.
Whenever time permits.
I love lots of things. I like old furniture.
Oh,
So sometimes I go.
this is interesting.
I go to auction houses or I go to look for old furniture. I try to
furnitures.
recognize where it comes from. I have interest in furniture design.
Furniture design.
I like finding interesting things to eat.
What I find is anything which is creative, it can be furniture, it can be a recipe, it can be anything, it attracts you. Like anything which is creative in terms of designs, in terms
Yeah,
of.
anything that is designed interestingly, I have
You
an
have
affinity
a
to.
affinity.
But I think anyone would.
No, means
I
you
try
have,
to look.
you have to have a creative mindset. Otherwise, this is difficult because I totally agree with you. The creative mindset hole, this is possible. This things happens.
I think good designs it attracts me more, and if you're open towards creative things, you will be more susceptible to it. But I think anything that is beautiful attracts anyone.
Good one. যেটা আরেকটা আমি লাস্ট জানতে চাইবো from you is like any suggestions you want to give to the young budding entrepreneurs যারা maybe এখনো কলেজে they're doing final year and they want to aspire as an entrepreneur, they want to aspire to find a company like you have done, and also something interesting in the field of creativity, in the field of marketing communications, anything, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, it can be anything you want to suggest.
One, you should always do what you like doing,
Okay.
whatever that is.
That is, I think, most important.
Yeah. But and
Happily you have to do whatever
Yeah.
what you want to do.
so that you can wake up every day and be excited about doing it,
Correct.
and you don't mind doing it for long hours.
Right.
There are no shortcuts. However it looks on the outside, I know we all work very hard.
Right.
Yeah, work hours are long,
Hmm.
and I don't believe in this work-life balance at all.
Right.
I think
Even me
That's-
too.
Yeah, I think that's all nice theoretically, but it doesn't really.
Yes.
It's not real life.
Yes.
So if you want, whatever you want to do, or whatever you like to do it with 100%.
Yes.
And be open-minded about finding a way to do that.
Yes. I think that is most important. And
You
another
don't always have
interesting.
to do a job, or you don't always have to run a business. There could be several other
Avenues.
avenues.
Right. What I liked the best was you told no shortcuts. I think this is something which the young people should follow.
I didn't even hear myself saying it. It came out so
No, so
instinctively.
yes, and so that is I think the best thing you told, because I also strongly don't believe in taking shortcuts, because if you take a shortcut, I think your journey somehow I think gets affected over there, and it will never be a long-term journey. What I also believe. So advertisements niye arekta question আছে আমার. Like I am very interested to know that we have seen same brand making different kind of ads, right? So এই যে same brand different kind of ads অথবা same category of the product, but brand মানে ব্র্যান্ডিংটা বা যেভাবে অ্যাডভার্টাইজমেন্টটা বানাচ্ছে, the script and the entire message in that is different. তো এইটা how do you what to say about this? মানে এই আলাদা আলাদা ads তৈরি হচ্ছে বা about this.
The most important thing is one brand should always have one core message. যতগুলো ad, whether it is 50 in a year, 5 in 5 years, it continue to run for 20 years, we always believe that a brand has to have a very, very clear defined positioning which is the underlying meaning of the brand. Positioning, let me just explain what positioning is. It is what you want your customer to think of you in their mind.
Correct.
That is your position statement.
Yes.
Every ad should clearly come from the position.
Okay.
So however many you make, if it is not clear and that is not clearly conveyed, the ad is going wrong somewhere.
Okay.
So that is how we see multiple ads over years. How do we judge between two ads? Which one should run or which is good or bad? First we see between the two, which one the person looking at will understand quickly.
Right.
Most important. Sometimes you have a great line, but it might take a customer or a viewer, say, 10 seconds to
for a while to understand the message.
Drop that ad.
Right.
Always crisp. Shortest, easiest words that people speak in, the way the people speak, that is how copy should be written. Second, picture ta ki bolche. When I want to show real estate, but I am focusing on the sofa. That will not work. How will that person understand what the ad is?
What do you want to say? Right.
So to me, most important, even more important than how good the ad is looking, is it clear? That is number one filter. If it is clear, you can understand the ad, it is conveying what it has to convey. You believe what it is saying, then we look at the visual design.
And I think it's also important the actually word of mouth, if the word of mouth can be created, making it simpler, then I think it's easy to understand and relate also. Because consumers can relate also कि product के साथ ad take.
When you're speaking of word of mouth is very interesting because it's generally inbuilt into the communication strategy. Word of mouth doesn't naturally happen.
Correct.
You have to understand what can create word of mouth. And then how do you feed that into narrative? How do you create, what do you put out for people to pick it up and then go and tell somebody else?
Right.
That is done by design.
Right.
That was the whole founding principle of zero budgeting.
Okay.
How do you create word of mouth and then how do you get more and more earned media, which is media through people rather than paid media, that makes the brand popular.
Okay.
Most difficult skill, we only realize that after starting the company, how difficult it actually is to do it every single time. Once in a while happens.
Once in a while it happens.
Why don't you do it? But how do you do it repeatedly?
Right.
That is a challenge that all marketers face.
Yes. Another interesting thing I just wanted to ask you, told about the colors, right? We discussed about the colors. So branding, brand building है, colors छाड़ा. What are the other aspects that really create an impact?
Few very fundamental things that I can tell you which everyone can look for when they're designing anything of their own. Typography, the font that you use, plays, I think, even a more important role than color. Because the way it is written is expressing how the word is sounding in the head.
Right.
So if you write it in a very floral font, it will feel feminine and flowery and sweet and not strong and bold. So if you want to sound strong and bold, you have to use something clean, straight, bold. Bold meaning thick. Thick weight, tall, so it gives you the feeling of strong and bold. But when you want to be strong and bold, you want to be, you want to appear as you're obtrusive. So when you're overly bold and overly tall, then you could also sound dominating.
Correct.
So finding the right font actually
is very critical.
And tells you the right balance. Line breaks. I can write the same thing in 4 words one after another, and your reading will be different. I break it up into 2 and 2, your reading will be different. So line break is very important. The layout, how much space is there? Where in a layout, how do you want your eye to travel? You can't see everything at the same time.
Correct.
So do you want somebody to see the picture then the line, or the line then the picture? Do you want the logo first or the logo? That ordering has to be done in the design, which is done by sizing.
Okay.
So sizing is another aspect. Sizing, scale, typography, color.
Sliding scale, typography killer. That's how the layout is.
Yeah, all of that makes the layout.
Super. I think this is very helpful and interesting, this thing. And just to tell everyone, সবাই please subscribe করবেন Rashi Ray Instagram and all social media handles. She's a wonderful person, and both her companies are doing extremely good in terms of marketing communication, in terms of brand development, and পুরো বিষয়টা যেটা Rashi has told. And Rashi, thank you so much আজকে এরকম একটা সুন্দর এপিসোডে আসার জন্য.
I hope I said something that helps somebody.
Absolutely. And you gave a lot of insights regarding marketing communication, regarding brand building, regarding branding, which I think is helpful to a lot of people, helpful to me, because I also aspire to create a brand, and I also learned a lot of things from you, and I'm sure along with me, a lot of people on the other side, they have definitely they have heard, and they will also find, aspiring and inspiration from your things. Thank you very much, Rashi.
Thank you.
Thanks.
এরকম আরও নতুন নতুন মজার পডকাস্ট ইন্টারভিউজ দেখার জন্য সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন সুশোভন সরকার অফিসিয়াল ইউটিউব চ্যানেল।